Hello YouTube, this is Dan, and I can and I will focus on my desire to live the life that I have imagined. I can and I will remind myself of this every day. Nothing can stop me but me, and no one can stop me but me. And nothing can stop me until tomorrow. And I only have to remember this for one day. Well, this is I believe today is day 36. I'm outside, so I can't look at my computer to see what day it really is. I've got actually this is not a new camera, but a camera I wasn't using before. It's my Kodak camera that actually takes 1080p. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll see it's the first day that I used it. And I actually used some lighting, and it came out pretty good. As the day before, I changed over to using a program called Adobe Premiere. I was using Sony Vegas, and if you remember, I had a hard time putting a video inside of a video. It just wouldn't do it right. I don't know if it's because of the type of video. Anyway, I had Adobe Premiere on my computer, and so I said, well, I'm just going to have to learn it. Well, what happened is my other camera that I had been using for all those days only does 640 by 480, and Adobe Premiere minimum is 720 or 720p, 1080 by 720. So basically it took a 720p and it took my video and it made it a little tiny square, and I couldn't fix it and I didn't want to redo it. So I said, I'll use this camera. This is the camera that's mine. I bought it off of a customer who brought it in the store wanting to sell it. And it's a good camera. It does 1080p. And but my son usually uses it for his video. If you don't know Landon, my son, he has a channel called Life with LA, and he has other ones on there. I'll just link you to in the channel. Well, here's a picture. And if you click on that picture, it'll go to his channel. Well, no, I learned yesterday if I make a link, I tried to do that to the news story yesterday, and I couldn't just make a link to a web page. So I'll link to his most popular video, and then below down. So that's right here above my finger. And then below, I'll put a link to his YouTube channel, okay? So this camera is a lot heavier than the other one. That's why you see me switching hands. The reason I'm outside is because, let me show you this over here. This little nasty guy here was leaking. And I tried to put some silicone around it. But I had some silicone stuff for tile and bathrooms, and we put it around some of the bathroom fixtures because they were leaking. Like I said, the house was made in 1906, and so there's some leakage, and it was just spraying. The water was just spraying out of where the faucet, the spigot, met the pipe. And I said, well, I tightened it real tight and it was still dripping, which is better than a spray. Actually, Landon told me, because his bedroom, if you can see, it's right in those windows. And so his bedroom is right there. So me and my wife came out today, and we found where the shutoff valve is here. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to stop the footage. Well, I'm going to let you see. I got cars coming. I'll let you see where it's at. There's cars. Hello, cars. It just started looking like it's going to rain. So right down here is the shutoff. I'm going to try to get down there. There's more cars coming. Hello, cars. Anyway, the cars keep coming. Maybe I need to get on the other end. So I'm going to put the camera down Let's see if I can get down here. Turn the water back on. Right now, the water's off. There we go. That's the city shut off. I don't know about you. How old am I? I was born in 1968. Graduated high school in 1986. That's pretty neat, but 1968. I guess this year in July. Oh wow, look at the birds. Look, can you see those birds? I don't know if you can see them. There's a bunch of birds. I don't know, maybe you didn't see them. I'll have to look in the video. In July, it'll be my birthday. So I guess I'll be 46 in July. I lose track sometimes. Seems like forever. I was a young man. Okay, water's back. And yeah, it's dripping. I don't know if you can see that. It's dripping. I'll put this down. Hello. I'm going to tighten it really tight. Well, earlier this is just from here where it's dripping. It was just spraying water. That's why you see all this is really wet. Just spraying water. You know, I don't think on this video I'll be able to put in the unboxing. I think the video would be too long. But I wish you could hear what I hear. There are, I don't mean about the cars, but I don't know, you see this tree right here? This tree up here, there's a bunch of nests up in that tree. And this tree over here, what I hear right now is the beautiful sound of spring birds. Now, you remember a couple days ago, it was 6 degrees. Well, today, if you noticed, I'm wearing a t-shirt. It's the way it is in North Carolina. See all those trees? These beautiful trees. That's the way it is here in North Carolina. At least I'm not in the mountains. I'm sure in the mountains it's a little different. But that's the way it is here in near Charlotte. Is that one day it got down to 4, and I'm gonna pick up some trash here. You know, people throw trash out their car, and I don't know how. This is nothing that, I don't know what this is, but I don't know how this trash ends up all the way from the street. You can see over here, here's some McDonald's, and we never drink this type of Coca-Cola, so Coke Zero, we don't like it. Turn the camera around. But it ends up in our yard. And I'm gonna come around this way. But what I was saying is, you know, I think it got down to 4 or 5 on Tuesday, Monday night. Yeah, because Tuesday the store was closed. I mean, I went in. We weren't closed. I was there. But we might as well have been closed. It was okay. A few people came in. A few. Yeah, because we had no employees but me on Tuesday. So Monday was a big ice storm. Monday night. And like everything closed down. And everybody was worried. And now here I am in a t-shirt. It is, I'm going to say 50 degrees outside. That's just amazing to me that it can be that cold. And I know I had comments that said, oh, it's minus 10. I have a subscriber, David. He leaves comments almost every day. Thank you, David. Shout out to David. I'm going to put this in the recycle. The recycle, they changed our recycling. So instead of every 2 weeks, it's twice a month. And some months, it'll go 3-4 weeks. You know, like on a month like February, you know, that's every 2 weeks. But what'll happen is, on a long month like January or May, like they'll do it the first week, the third week, and the fifth week they don't do it, and the first week of the next month they don't do it. So it's like 4 weeks between. Now this is my fuel tank. One thing you have to do when you don't have, like, we don't have an electric heat pump, we have a fuel. It burns fuel, home heating fuel. You do not want to run out. I can get under that see, there is, under there, I'll bring you over there in just a second. Anyway, let me pull this out. Oh, that's good. Okay, you can see here, I don't know if you can see, I have a line right there. And if you get to that line, and you can see it's all the way up to there. We got 150 gallons. But we got 150 gallons a week ago. That's a 500 gallon tank. So that probably is, it went down pretty fast whenever it was that cold. I think that the man told me that if it goes solid and you want to heat the house at, let's say, 70 degrees, you're going to use 3/4 of a tank of fuel every hour. So I'm going to call that 4. You get 100 gallons, that's only 25 hours. And if you only do that at night, I mean, you don't have much if you're constantly running heat. Like right now, the heat's not running. So you can see under here, there's a door. And it's shut now. You can see it's... Anyway, you have to crawl underneath there. You have to crawl underneath there. And it's about 2.5, 3 feet underneath. Well, you can see there. And right above those red bricks is the... Well, there's a little bit of room, but maybe 3 feet. Is the top, the bottom of the floor. You know, I guess the underside of the floor. And so if the fuel runs out, there's a, when you run fuel, there's a burner that is lit. If there's no fuel coming through, automatically by default, it shuts off. So if you run out of fuel, and it's cold, you hear that train? If you run out of fuel and it's really cold, you got to get under there. You've got to get the fuel. Then you've got to bring a bucket and bleed the line, meaning you have to open it up and let any air bubbles get out. Otherwise, you could try to light it. It's I forget the name brand, but if you try to light it and it doesn't light right away, it'll actually shut itself off. It'll program itself off, and then there's a procedure you have to take to bypass it, but it's kind of a hassle. So the key to not letting it shut off is you keep fuel in the tank. Now that's a 500 gallon tank. We've never had it full because 500 gallons at almost $4 a gallon. Now I'm sure that if I called up and said I want 500 gallons, I probably could negotiate a better price, but I have never had $2,000 at one time to spend for fuel. Because see, in the summer when you don't use the fuel, you use the air conditioner, and we do have all house air conditioning, but that runs off electricity. So you just don't run out of fuel. We've run out of fuel twice. And the first time I didn't know how to turn it off or turn it on, and I had to pay somebody to come out, and it was $85 to come and do it. It took him about 5 minutes because he knew how to do it. I didn't know, so he showed me how to do it. And the second time, we had run out of fuel during the night, and I had to get to work, and so I told Amanda, well, you have to pay somebody to come out because I can't stay here, and I'd have to wait for the fuel, and the fuel wasn't going to be here for several hours. I couldn't just stay here. I had to go to the store. So the key to that situation is not running out of fuel.